Yay.
Arsa!
Perfect timing, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to session 0 for us for Tomb of Annihilation. We are joined by all of our players.
Hey, I'm actually a player this time.
It's amazing.
Yay.
And I continue my forever DMness, which I'm okay with. I have accepted my lot in life.
That's my lot in life normally. It's not a lot, but it's our life, right?
It is exactly.
You're a player in Dungeon Bowls and Dragons, which you have only done one session of.
Well, we'll just continue that before I start crying to myself. Today, which I've already kind of explained to our players, is session 0, where we are going to be going over some high-level stuff, letting our players finish up their transport over into Roll20, which we will be playing on, and going over some of my more esoteric or crazy rules that I have, and going over a few things and getting everything prepped up for what would be 2 weeks for session 1, where we step in to the lands of Chult.
Chult! Chult! Excuse me.
So yes, players, you should see, if you get into everybody have the invite for the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only person that isn't in is Kitsu, it looks like.
I have created character sheets for each of you. You should be able to go ahead and edit those to your heart's content. Bring over anything from Roll20 if you haven't already done so, or finish
I
rolling
don't
your
see
stuff.
character sheets.
It's not in your name. There's stock names, or at least as it is on my side.
I only see one.
Oh yeah, so you're only going to see one for each of you.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yes, Marin, we have Tom of Annihilation if we cross out off the B. This is MySpace's crazier cousin.
Back when just as a completely aside as far as like silly names for campaigns are concerned, the first game I actually DM'd from my other friend group, we ended up calling Ponce's the Apocalypse.
What does that mean? Is that English? Sorry.
Vaguely, it was the book Princes of the Apocalypse. It's not a great module, but
My wizard hat. Can my wizard hat have a cowboy brim?
Can your wizard hat have a cowboy trim?
Cowboy brim, It's like a cowboy hat, but instead of just being a cowboy hat, it turns into a wizard hat.
We will get into all the crazy stuff like that after we go over rules and everything here for this.
I saw that on Instagram or something today. It's funny. I used AI to create my character.
That is something that I will
Using
need
AI to create my D&D character. I'm kidding.
That is something we will need before the actual first session. I need stuff so I can make tokens for you guys.
Oh, absolutely. Heck, I can make my own tokens.
Well, yes, but it's easier for me to upload it and do all the crazy stuff on my site.
Absolutely.
I just need art. It doesn't have to be today, just before next session. But while you guys are doing that, or getting all your stuff transferred over, did everybody finish up character creation? Because until my rule is you can make changes to your character up until the very moment that I flip open the book and read the very first line of the actual starting to the adventure. So,
pretty sure, other than inventory that I'm not 100% sure for that.
So actually, I have a concept, but I was waiting to kind of make characters. I thought make characters with everyone.
It's fine.
I can go ahead and just roll everything up right now. I've got again. I have a vague concept I can just put on paper.
Sure.
I need to copy my sheet from Beyond 20, D&D Beyond. Oh, I added some stuff without asking. Like armor, I just picked the cheapest one. Like a weapon, I just picked one that I could use. Is that okay?
If you are going through character creation, your choice if you do kits or buy your own gear. I really don't care. They both end up about the same.
I did.
Yeah, I did the kit variant.
I did the buy, and then I added some stuff afterwards.
On D&D Beyond, I did the kit.
But I just added flavorful stuff like cooking oil, cooking utensils, a knife for skinning shit.
Basic stuff that you're going to be finding all over the place that I'm not going to get picky about. So Zod, if you wanted to, you actually have the ability to in D&D Beyond to actually go ahead and roll your stats for you there and just add it right to the sheet, and then you can transfer everything over there. D&D Beyond's great for making the character.
Yeah.
I've just again I've never used D&D Beyond before. I looked at it and I'm like, this is certainly something. But
it's
I don't know, it's like
surprisingly easy and user friendly. It's dense, but it's user friendly.
It looks intimidating. Okay. It's not.
Though. Yeah. And as you kind of saw right there, for one of the role that I just did, is if you use an extension called Beyond 20, you can do all your rolls from D&D Beyond, and it will go to Roll20.
So you don't actually need the only reason we need character sheets in Roll20 is to literally just so your tokens have stuff to go based off of.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can go ahead and do that then.
Yeah.
Would you like me to go ahead and make the D&D Beyond character and then port stuff over from that? Just like import it? Or
it's not imported over, it is
it migrates itself if you connect it with Roll20.
Yeah.
Or Beyond 20 rather.
Okay. We'll go ahead and do that as well.
It is very useful because that times Roll20 when you type in something, it just kind of goes and says, yeah, no. That's not exactly the way it is. Like I think one of them was like early on in our Curse of Strahd campaign, I think one of the hits for us doing an attack on D&D Beyond was higher than what Roll20 was saying, even though it should have been the same.
It's a nice
D&D Beyond just does the math for you for hit die and such.
And Roll20, as much as it still kind of uses Roll20 stuff for that one, Roll20 is notorious for bad dice.
Okay. I can go ahead and reroll those stat blocks as well.
Yeah, that's fine. You'll just roll it in through D&D Beyond and get yourself all set up there.
Oh, but the first stat block is so good.
I honestly am tempted to steal that stat block for my character because it works just about as well for me for what my build wants to be.
I
I mean, fuck,
Would
I would take it in order.
I would also take that in order. It,
That is a pretty good stat block for anything that is a martial class. So yeah, I would take that in order for most stuff.
well, in order for me is very good because that the 18's on intelligence.
Yes, or your intelligent caster class.
Yep, all 2 of them. Why there's only 2, we will never know.
I can just use my sheet in D&D Beyond, right? I
Yeah.
don't need to put
Yeah,
everything in this one. Alright.
I think you just need to put like certain things so like the
I did my name, I did my picture, and I did a little token for it.
how do you do the tokenies? There it is. Click to upload.
I was pretty lucky with my rolls on my character creator. I rolled exactly what I wanted in the first try. And the second one was shit.
I did pretty good in it. Ta-da! Yes.
Huzzah!
That's the right one. Yes, it is. And Hero Forge.
So is it alright if I ask what everyone's playing currently or planning on playing?
Sure.
You
I
can see my character.
am
Roll 20.
Yeah. I am playing a Shadar-kai Artificer, and I'm going to be going down the Alchemist route. So, potions, things.
I'm playing a wizard, but a very bad wizard.
Let's see. I am a Minotaur fighter.
And I'm a Kalishtar paladin with a little bit of artist flair to it.
You're welcome.
Oh, this is actually perfect
No,
for me.
literally,
'cause
I built her token.
Yes. She's a Prismari student. Paladin.
Okay. So this is great for me because I wanted to play either a druid or a cleric.
I was a cleric in our last campaign and totally invalidated a shit ton of things.
Yeah,
He
you
carried
did.
us pretty hard. The cleric was doing hard lifting there.
Never
Hard lifting.
underestimate spirit guardians.
Yeah.
Not even
Jen-
just the spirit guardians, the fucking daylight, whatever he cast in the final
The
battle.
Dawn. Yeah.
Dawn, yeah, it was.
Don't spoil people who may want to go back and watch the entire playlist over on my channel, youtube.com/Mr. Chunli1.
Wow,
Clerics are
shameless
really
self-promotion here. I like it.
Very strong promotioning.
Like Jesse Cox says, advertise like shameless whores.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Shameless whore.
The big bad in this one, it doesn't have the same issues as Strahd does.
Oh, you're on
Uh,
elf. I didn't know you were on elf, DG.
Yes.
Just
It's
didn't know.
a Shadar-kai or elves. They're so
You ordered them already?
they have one of the things that I like about the class is they had a bonus to intelligence. Remember
Sorry,
correctly.
my elf.
And I have a 30-foot teleport that I can use. I think it goes up based on my proficiency bonus. And at 3rd level, I gain resistance to all damage after I teleport. Till the start of my next turn.
That's your ratio? Jesus.
Yes, that's a racial trait for me.
My
As
racial
having
lets me use a sword as a mage.
I went ahead and posted my scores in chat just to show what they were. Um,
Appreciate that.
and you said we're fine with putting them into whatever stat we want to allocate them to.
Yes, you can.
everyone else has. So if you didn't, if you don't, then yeah.
How would you do the re-roll on?
The way I did it is I made a third group. In the first slot, I used for the first roll, and the second slot, I used for the second roll.
Okay, I'm only gonna roll once because I think one of
You're
these
on-
stat blocks is
Yes.
Significantly
really
better.
good, very good. The other one is not so good. Maybe I will take that other one. I don't know.
The
I'm doing a lot.
I am like
My
an
wizard
ex-
can't use that one.
I am
My
a,
wizard doesn't know that one.
I am a very extensive planner for things. So I already have like backup characters and such. So
I will recommend coming
These-
up with at least one
It's-
backup character during this adventure.
This
It's
is-
planning for failure.
this is one of the characters stat rolls that
That's
I
lovely.
12, 12, 10, 10, 12, 12. What the hell is that?
It's
This is
very
not
even.
average.
The other one is just like slightly better.
I like the all middle sliders. You're just playing Ben.
All right, well, while you guys are finishing up, I'm going to go over a couple of house rules for everything that I usually go over. In the Google Drive, you will see there is a common notes and rules thing, a document. Money is the same as it always has been in Dungeons and Dragons that I have for the top part here for that one. I do add, because you can get a lot of certain pieces of coin, I have added what I called gem coins.
That's not how it usually works, though. It's 20 copper for a single piece.
I have
Huzzah.
slightly
it?
changed. I have slightly changed how it may go for everything for that. So we are going to be going based off of this sheet.
That does make more sense. 100.
That this is also basically saying that this is also all. If you see, it's all based off the gold piece for everything. Anyway, gem coins are just basically a way that you can trade them in and get something that's worth a lot more for a lot less. Because while I don't use weight for stuff, if you're trying to tell me you're walking around with 30,000 pieces of gold, I'm going to ask you how you're actually carrying it. So, not that I don't think you guys are going to get that rich, but the principle of the thing in regards to that. So I have added gem coins. With that being
That is
said,
what bags of holding are for.
yes.
It's going to be a change of pace from leaving money on the floor because it's worthless in Barovia.
I, again, don't care necessarily about carrying weights, with exception of, like, tell me how you're carrying, the crazy stuff. I try to keep it so we're moving forward with a lot of stuff, so instead of you have to go back and worry about how you are going to carry certain things. There is a note on here that I'm not going to be doing for this one necessarily, is normally if I'm playing in person, I hand out backpack sheets, and you just have to sketch in where you think, where you're storing your stuff in your backpack. There's usually an outside and an inside sheet.
You could do that.
It's kind of really hard to do over digital, where I have to send you guys the stuff. You have to find a way to get it on there, and you have to relatively consistently show it to me almost every session. It's just one less
fair
thing
enough.
that I
Fair
actually have to worry
Yeah.
about. So just don't go crazy. One thing that you will have to really kind of go over, I do have the time limits down for things where days are 24 hours, just like normal. Long rests are 8 hours, and short rests are an hour. A round of combat is 6 seconds, just like normal. The pacing, though, here is something that you guys are going to have to relatively keep track of. And this
Pacing
is
is when we're traveling, right?
yes, this is overland movement. And I will show this to you. Let me pull up my Dungeon Master side. And switch you guys to, just so you can see this whole nice little thing.
Ooh, I love the fog of war effect.
This is the land of Chult.
Oh my god, there's so much stuff.
Essentially, for what you can see here, oh yeah, no, there's a lot. 1 hex equals 10 miles.
Perfect. Already it feels a little bit more intimidating than what Barovia was, right? Money might have
Yeah.
been, but it might have been worthless. But so too was travel times when literally the entire map fits in one of those hexes.
Yeah, you could travel the
Yeah.
whole map in a single day in Barovia.
Yeah. No, this is, and you'll find out more when we actually get into the actual game, because I'm not going to give certain parts away because it could influence how you make your characters, and I'm not going to do that. But that travel time is kind of important. So yes, that does mean, and there's some slight minor changes. This is assuming you guys are walking. Doesn't include travel through river or horseback or anything like that. And the big one, this is one that people either hate me for at the end of the day or love me for at the end of the day when I'm DMing for them, is I have 2 rules for combat. One is every character, no matter what weapon you have, can make an attack as if you have reach, as if you are reaching out to a 10-foot away opponent. However, when you do so without a weapon with reach, you do it at a -5 to hit.
I love the idea that since I'm going to be doing unarmed attacks most of my time, I'm just going to be trying to throw my shoulder out doing that.
Excluding unarmed and light weapons.
Yeah, excluding unarmed and light weapons up top.
Ah, okay.
You can't beat that one character from
Now,
Street Fighter.
when you are making your attacks with reach that's beyond your normal range, you cannot roll a critical hit. And you will always fumble on any result of 1, even if it's an unnatural 1. And this is to kind of show off that you are really throwing yourself out there, putting yourself off balance to get that little bit of a more distant attack instead of being in a normal engagement with somebody.
All right.
Then, this is the part that people really love or hate me for, is I made change to critical hits. Because double damage isn't just always fun. So there is a table you can read for both a fumble, which is only on nat 1, with the exception of the previous rule, and a critical hit, only on nat 20. Now this doesn't go for like the fighters, the expanded criticals or anything like that. That's different, but if you roll a nat 20, you roll on this table. If you roll a nat 1, you roll on the fumble table. And there is stuff on there from rolling your maximum damage, double the maximum damage, make an additional attack with the same weapon and after dealing maximum damage, making your opponent roll on the table to you, severing limbs, and stunning your opponent to instantly killing an opponent.
Where's severing limbs?
All of this becomes funnier when you realize I'm going to be punching everything.
Oh yes, it would be hilarious in regards to that.
Punch his arm off. I mean,
here's the thing for you guys too. These tables are used against you as well.
I was thinking about that. Oh, here's the bandage.
However, I only use them when they are trained opponents, not a random wolf that you are seeing on there. If the person has the ability to think or is being controlled by a thinking being, it can roll on that table. If it is a wild animal, a wild beast, or anything crazy like that, it will not do that. It will just do normal critical rolls.
Can you imagine, like, the first combat's like a pack of wolves or something, pack of dogs, something stupid. They net 20 and just rip both my arms off. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
So
Well, then you just transition into playing the Black Knight from Monty Python.
So
I guess
I will
the-
tell you a story why
or
I
the
have
Flash
people
one.
who love this for me and hate me for it. The
It
hate me
sounds really
part
cool.
is, yes, on a very first encounter, I had a player walk away, meet a random bandit who, because he's thinking, I let him roll on there. First roll, he rolled a nat 20, then he rolled a 100 on the D100. And the player
I
died
Yes, he stabbed him
instantly.
in the heart.
He hated that rule for every time after that. Why players love this is I have
He stabbed him
been
in the heart.
running the BBEG. The player did the exact same thing many combat rounds in, and instantly slayed the BBEG.
Oh my god, he killed the boss with like an insta kill. That's hilarious.
Yeah, there is it is just, if you roll a 100 on the D100, if you roll a crit, it is just instant death. You get a death blow. You not
Utterly
only rolled
beautiful.
a nat
A knife
20.
hard enough.
You not only rolled a nat 20 on a D20, but you rolled a 100 on a D100. You deserve to get an instant kill with that.
Yeah, you do.
That would be 1 how much is 20 times 100? 2,000. 1 in 2,000 checks. Really rare.
Oh, and yes, so Chun,
Mm-hmm.
thinking you're punching into a rule, since
Not
it's not
doing anything.
technically able to punch somebody's limbs off, if you read for like the sever appendage, if
Doing
you're unable to
nothing.
do so, you treat it as the one below that.
Fair enough. I don't sever the appendage, but I do shatter his femur.
Sure. Instead of going for a punch, you can say you went for a character chop.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
lopped his leg off. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Iron.
Yeah, I get you. I understand. We're good.
Your character sounds fun.
That is the biggest differences in the rules for everything for this. That you guys will be affected on. I put that in there for you guys so you guys can keep track of all this stuff. Know how everything's basically working for everything. So if you have any questions, it's basically a quick reference back to everything for this. The other thing that I do for every single D&D game is I have a living document. The living document is literally there for you guys to put in your griefs, things that you do want to see or don't want to see, things you want to see more of, things you want to see less of, or just avoid in general. Any thoughts and opinions? This is what I use to reference back to consistently for you guys to make sure I am running the most enjoyable game for everybody as possible for everybody in regards for this. So I ask that you treat it seriously, and actually use it, because without this going active and me seeing what's going on, I don't have. I'm gonna have to start going out to surveys, and nobody wants to fill out surveys because you
Fair
don't get
enough.
paid. You don't get paid for these surveys either. There is a little bit of an overview and document information, which I didn't do anything with, so never mind. Just ignore that one. I'm going to delete that. Goodbye, document. Move to trash. And then there is the session 0 slideshow that I have for you guys if you guys want to get a little bit more. Big thing for me is I am a rule of cool DM. So if you have something cool that's not necessarily inside the rules, I will probably go with that versus anything else. I have made some special magic items that may or may not make their way into this campaign that I like to have, as well as diseases. And for those who are using weapons that have ammo, like bows, slings, and stuff like that, I do have a special ammo pickup rule for you guys. It's in there where it's basically for every shot that you fire, you roll a d20 on a 1 to 10. You find your ammo. It's fine. On a 11 to 20, you lose that piece of ammo.
And that's why one of the first infusions I shall take is the infinite ammo infusion, so I don't have to worry. Yeah, that's one of the infusions. Or the returning weapon for the dagger. So you just throw a dagger and have it return and shoot a crossbow and not care about the ammo.
There you go.
Negate
kind of-
all.
There's a question. If you attach the dagger onto a bolt and modify the crossbow into using the dagger of returning as its ammo,
It will return with the dagger, not the bolt. You will be out a bolt and you will be out string. And I think
Well,
the string is the one that you'll be hurt more for.
Yes.
By your logic, if that would work, it would just bring the whole enemy back to you.
Yes.
that same logic, you could probably just cast a weapon of returning on your ammo and
Hey, look, it's a red dragon. I'm going to shoot my bolt at it. Oh, wait, that's the one that has the dagger of returning. Oh, God, why is the dragon right next to me?
Scorpion
Oh,
ain't got nothing on this.
Oh, hello, Mr. Dragon. I may have shot you.
On the other hand, though, you have now brought that dragon within range of Diggory's fists.
Yes, let's see how that works. XP is going to go both based off milestone and XP system. Mostly because there are sections of this adventure that are hard capped to you have to be certain levels. So if you guys are close but not there, I may just say, hey, congratulations, you're now this level. But most of the time, I like to just hand out XP.
All right.
And since I do like to approve of actual role-playing in my role-playing games, I will also hand out additional roleplay for good roleplay. Does not mean you have to voice a character. Does not have to mean you have to get into craziness and start dressing up at home and everything like that. But actually doing what your character would do, not just trying to just goof off or play this as a game.
You mean I skinned this cow for nothing?
You mean I butchered this elf for its feet for nothing?
I mean, if you're going that far, then yes, I'm okay with it, but still. Final thing to cover before we kind of go over, get to know the characters more now that you've had a little bit of time. I don't know as though it's actually still here or not. I don't see him.
I'm here.
Okay. Never mind. Couple of last things to go over is I do run a mature game, so swearing will happen. I'm going to get demonetized so hard on YouTube when I post these on there, but swearing will happen. Topics such as racism, slavery, and other adult things can come up, but I will always do my best to not make them explicit.
Mm-hmm.
So, that will happen. Just if I ever get too close to a line, please just let me know. And death is going to be a real possibility in this game, so make sure you have at least one backup character.
I have technically 4.
I have 2. We'll see if I need them.
I
have 1.
I don't doubt that we may, but
so
Blitz dies on the first session. I mean, I'll have
that'll be hilarious.
If that's there's also one other rule that I have. and it's not a written down rule, but I bring it to everybody every session or every RPG game that I come and play with. It is called the Spider-Man rule.
Yay.
Everybody gets one.
The fuck rule.
From when we started the game, if you have flubbed something so hard, so bad, and this is on your roll, not on anything that I roll, you can use your everybody gets one. You will no longer have that for the rest of the game, but you can make an extra reroll no matter what the circumstance is.
It's one per campaign.
It's one per person per campaign.
Wow. Nice.
So, a couple things before we do it. Last things going over for that one. In that session 0 slideshow, there is a player agreement that I have for you guys. It's just a bunch of stuff that I kind of will hope that you guys will honor coming to this. Basically saying you'll come prepared to every session, basically ready, knowing how your character roughly works, not 100%, but I prefer not to have to dig into every single spell every single time. Arrive on time or give us an alert before you ahead of time so we can make note and kind of get prepared. Take notes where you deem necessary. When I'm giving important stuff, pay attention to what I'm saying. Role play your character to the best of your ability, and most importantly, promise to have fun. Because it is a game after all. We're all here to have fun and enjoy some craziness. On the other part, I do have a DM's agreement, that stuff that I promise you guys every time that we are coming to this game. I will come prepared for every session, which means I will make notes of where we are, not lose my place in the book, and go for everything. I will promote a welcoming and enjoyable environment, which means I will make sure that everybody gets at least a little bit of something that they are looking for out of this campaign. If it's combat focused, you will have a lot of combat. If it is a lot of role playing, I will throw as much role playing as I can. There is a certain point in this campaign where the role playing kind of goes out the window, but there's lots of opportunities ahead of that. I will make
when we're deep inside the dungeon where there's no NPCs.
I will make the game both equally challenging and enjoyable for you guys. I will promise as best as I can to bring your characters' backstories into the campaign where applicable. And I will also have fun because even though DMing is a lot of work, it is so much fun to torture you guys. And Marin, to answer your question for that everybody gets one rule, it is per player, not per character. It is per player. Chun gets one, Digi gets one, Kitsu gets one, Von Ka gets one, Zote gets one. Everybody gets one. Get your ass out of the fire roll. Reroll. So with that, before we go and kind of learn about the characters and everything, does anybody have any questions about the extra rules or anything like that?
Honestly, no. Everything you've said, from my perspective, appears to be perfectly reasonable, well put together, and perfectly understandable. No issues on my end.
I do have a question. It's not about rules, though. Since this game is being streamed, do you want us to procure? Is it a possibility to use art that we find online? Or would you rather us make our own art, or
You can use
you know,
art that
kinda
you
steer
find
clear of
on.
that?
You can use art that you found online.
Okay.
I'm probably I don't have a big enough following on YouTube that if I lose anything, it's not going to be crazy.
I'm just not trying to get you see Indeed.
Besides, also for the fact is I don't know if you're watching the stream, but the tokens aren't going to be like the most zoomed in on either. Besides, I'm using official D&D artwork for this. If I was going to get taken down, it's going to be taken down by WotC.
I think
And
Tomb of Annihilation might still be under the OGL anyway, but I could be wrong about that. But anyway,
If I may make a suggestion, the Bing AI image generator is really good.
It is actually really
Eh,
good for making characters, but there's also Hero
I-
Forge.
Mhm.
What's
Yeah.
the other one?
Eh.
Brain networking.
mm, I'm kind of biased with AI as of right now. I'm still thinking about it. If it's used correctly, then yes, AI is good, but stealing other people's art is kind of, you know, that's on the scale of balance right there.
Listen, if you're depending on what you're doing with it, I'm okay with it. If you
Yep.
found a piece of art, if we need to, I will put a little shout out in every single description for that artist. Because if I'm gonna help, if we're gonna find somebody like that, and it's gonna bring more attention to them, hey, cool, even better.
Mhm.
Um, so with that being said, I have no idea where this. Okay, it's launching over here. I don't have enough screens. I need more than 3 screens. I need 7. With that being said, let us meet the characters, and more or less just get some backstory so I can see what you guys have and give you guys some fun stuff maybe. Chun, since you're on the top of the Discord list, let's start with you.
Yay! Alphabetization. Alright, well, if you don't know me, unless you want to like player introductions as well as character.
Feel free to do player introductions as well too.
All right, sure. If you don't know me, I don't know why you wouldn't. Anyway, I'm Chun. You may or Chun Li Wan, whatever. Here, I DM'd the Curse of Strahd campaign that this group just finished up last week, so that's cool. Well, beyond that, I will be playing Diggory Stackkeeper, a Minotaur fighter with a background as a librarian and researcher, kicked out of his uh, scholarly cloister for dog-earing one too many pages. He's been tasked to find new samples and research out in the world for his order to collate, study, collect, and just generally, what's the word looking for? Record.
Very interesting. I am going to ask one question at the end for everybody, so everybody keep all everybody's backstories in mind for this. Chun, I love your backstory too. Um,
Thank you.
I want you to add a spell book to your inventory that is locked and you have not been able to unlock it your entire life.
Perfect.
Yes. Oh.
All right, so let's shake up the order now. And Zote, I know you just had a concept, but I'm going to ask you to go
Mhm.
for your backstory and character.
Yes. So hello, my name is Zach. Actually, I wanted to go ahead and bring that up a bit. Please call me Zach. So once the handle, but I die a little inside every time I called that.
Okay.
Oh,
So Zach
certainly.
is good. I played D&D 5e for a couple years now. DM'd a few campaigns. I've been stuck in my little bubble group as a forever DM, so I'm expanding my horizons, trying to seek out new things and playing a game for once. I will be playing Ocelur. He is a lizard folk druid, native to the lands of Cholt. Um, Given he wants to become the next head shaman of his tribe, but in order to do so, he needs to prove himself. Due to current events, he is actively seeking people to go and fix that.
Ooh, a native of Chult. That's going to be fun for me. Um, I like it. I like it a lot. Do me a favor. Go ahead and add an odd ring to your inventory.
Ooh.
You got it.
Shake it up. Let's split the difference. Go, Kitsu. You're up next.
Whew. Okay, so I'm gonna be playing. If you haven't heard of me, well, that's understandable. I don't really do a lot of streaming that much, but if I do, you usually see me doing things like Final Fantasy XIV. I am Kitsu Sakura, and I'm a variety gamer on Twitch, and yeah. My character is Sora Shana. She's an Kalistar paladin, and she's from a noble family of paladins who have been serving the a nearby kingdom for.
Oh, did I just disconnect?
Yes, apparently.
Apparently.
Cool.
But yeah, she's been serving. Her family has been serving a nearby kingdom since. Yeah, they have been serving, and she doesn't want to follow the same path as they did, so she entered the school of Prismari. And she wants to be making better art while also pushing others to do better. And she thinks that this adventure will actually help her out with that.
I like it. I like it a lot. And paladin turned artist. Do me a favor, Kitsu.
Mm-hmm.
Add a piece of a broken crown to your inventory.
Ooh, a piece of broken crown.
Von Ka. Tell me about your character.
So, just a second. I need to swallow so I can do the voice. All right. Hi, y'all. I'm Blitz. I come from the country, from the countryside, and back in my little town, I was really talented with magic, or so I thought, until I went to college and got kicked out in my first year for failing my first class, the most basic fire spell. I couldn't do it. So Blitz is a very charismatic and like optimistic mage from the countryside. They really thought he was good, but he was not. He can only cast one spell, and then he got kicked out of Mages College. If Shun will let me, can I go to the same place as he went?
Mine is less of a college than it is a scholarly enclave, separate from any sort of like established academic institution.
Fair enough. Then I will need your help to create one for me. Is that okay? Because I didn't make a name or anything. It was a place
sure.
to go
We can figure that out. We can figure that out at some point.
So after he got kicked out, he went back to his village and didn't have the heart to tell them. So he told everybody he was going on a quest, very important quest that the college sent him in. And he doesn't know what to do. He can't stay in the village. He can't go back to college. He decided to become an adventurer. And that's him.
Oh my.
No Blitz.
Unfortunate.
He's like 17. He's very young.
Unfortunate, but I mean, that's I mean, it's a good way to get kicked out to adventuring.
Doesn't know how to tell his mom. He just has a mom. He doesn't know who his dad is.
Do me a favor. Add me a scroll with an unbroken seal to your inventory.
Ooh, 2 locked spellcasting components. This will be interesting.
And feels easier to open.
And certainly, last but not least, Digi.
Hi, I'm Digi Pichu. I stream some, mainly Crit Bowl things. But I will be playing Dr. Gwenwyn, who is a Shadowkai artificer, and he's like the polar opposite of what Von God described. He double majored in college for potions and poisons and got a doctorate in both. So he is very smart. And the reasoning why he's going out adventuring is basically the jobs that were available to him for being having a doctorate in that, he didn't like, so he left. They just like, okay, I wanted to do the things. I'm gonna go do the things. And now he's basically using the school knowledge that they got to actually go out and make potions and such and poisons. He does get the two confused sometimes, so that is fun.
Well,
So
the
we
differences between difference between poison and medicine is really lies in the dosage.
Yes. And sometimes the components.
Nice quotes.
So we have a college dropout and a double major. So this is
Would be
going to be
funny.
a very
It would be
fun
funny if
party.
you were the one who kicked me out. Like,
I love how just independently
failed
3
potions
of
to
us have academic backgrounds.
and
Yes.
2 of us got kicked out.
Yep.
And
I
one just
wasn't kicked out. I was sent away for being destructive.
Well,
I'm
one
still
was
a
sent
member
away.
of my clan.
So, Digi, I want you to do me a favor.
I'm still a wizard too.
Add me a piece of a broken sword to your inventory.
Okay.
Now that I have given you guys your own individual interesting little bits and pieces, everybody can also go ahead and add 1. Make sure I get these right because I always get the order out of order when I'm giving these away, and I don't want to do that this time.
Ooh, the suspense is killing me, though it might kill our characters.
Go ahead and add 1 potion of healing to everybody's inventory.
Yay.
Cool.
Oh, and before anybody asks, drinking a potion is a bonus action during my campaigns.
Great rule.
What variant of potion of healing?
Just a regular potion of healing.
The only ones I got I'm showing is greater
I think that-
elixir of health, potion of healing superior, and potion of healing supreme.
It's just
Yeah.
potion of healing. It's the 2d4 plus 2 variant.
Okay.
I never actually
Showing
read the
up.
description. It says that drinking or administering the potion takes an action. Does that mean?
Forcing it
Like,
down
I-
somebody's throat if they're down.
Oh, I thought it meant I can put it on the wound.
There it is. For
You know?
some reason, it's in gear and not in
In
Yeah, it's
potion.
a common gear.
potion. Why is
weird.
it not in potions as well?
That is a good question. I'm not going to specifically worry about it because we found it.
We got there at the end of the day, and that's all that actually matters.
Yep.
All right, so the big question that I have for you guys, because this does take place in Faerun, you guys have obviously come from all over Faerun here for you. How did your group of adventurers meet?
Ooh.
Hmm.
I think I have the easiest answer for that. I needed some people to help me on my journey.
Adventurers Guild, maybe? Hmm. What
Well, we had to
city?
get down to
Oh, yeah.
Chult somehow. I'm going to say that that all of y'all met me on the boat.
Well, you're not
On the boat?
getting to
You're on the
Chult
boat.
that way.
Oh, well that's a
Hmm.
so
Are
that's
we-
that
Yeah,
idea.
we need a little bit more information of how we're.
Getting to Chult.
So,
Yes.
okay, so I will read the start of the adventure here for this one, so you guys can kind of
I don't
Here
even.
a
What
little
is
bit.
Chult?
That's the place.
It's a place, fair enough, but is it a city?
Chult is a
It's the-
continent.
Yeah,
It's a
Peninsula,
continent.
technically.
Oh, okay.
It's a place.
it is a great big old place.
The continent
Like
was the
like
most helpful to me.
literally like to put it in like perspective, right? If you know where Waterdeep is south of Neverwinter by a few hundred miles. Chult is south of Waterdeep by I want to say 1,000.
Chult is, yeah, it is considered a lost continent. So lost that
I don't know a lot of the
people
names in D&D.
Chult is so lost that even people from Chult don't know where things in Chult are.
I'm gonna just say I'm from Chult. I'm from a small town.
Well, let
small
me
village in
read
Chult.
the starting the adventure little tidbit here for you.
Yep.
This does not officially
Yeah.
kick us off, so you still have time to actually make changes to the characters if you want, but this is your hook. So you guys are going to be starting in Baldur's Gate,
Okay.
as all good D&D adventures taking place in Faerun do. For the
I
past
personally
several
prefer
days,
Waterdeep, but whatever.
the talk of the streets and the taverns has been all about the so-called death curse, a wasting disease afflicting everyone who's ever been raised from the dead. Victims grow thinner and weaker each day, slowly but steadily sliding towards the death they once denied. When they finally succumb, they can't be raised, and neither can anyone else, regardless of whether they've ever received that miracle in the past. Temples and scholars of divine magic are at a loss to explain the curse that has affected the entire region and possibly the entire world.
So resurrections are not working.
No.
Death is permanent. We are playing hardcore, guys.
So, I think since we're starting at Baldur's Gate, my character Osler could probably be there, searching for people to help him. Since his grand journey is to, well, absolve this death curse. I would believe that his people have like very paganistic beliefs on death and rebirth, and now that the cycle's been interrupted, it needs to be changed, and that's his grand mission is to change that. And again, with this feat becoming the head shaman of his tribe. So his way into this would be, well, specifically looking for people to help him out. Definitely a fish out of water in the streets of Baldur's Gate. But how he is desperate.
Rumblings of this find Diggory in deep within the stacks of the local libraries, researching various things in general. Hearing upon a new disease, possibly magical in nature, pricks his ears up, decides, well, let's go search this out. If this doesn't get me, back into good graces, I don't know what will.
Mm. Hard to say uh, if he would be doing the same, similar, or being arrogant enough to think, "Oh, I probably know how to fix this with something," and is actively just going, like wanting to just find a way to get to the where it's happening. Because both are highly plausible.
Make it better or make it worse. You don't
Yes.
care. It'll be fun either way.
Yep.
And I'll be there
Geek
to write it down and have ourselves a good old fashioned research trip.
Yep.
Nothing like field work, eh, Doc?
So I'm kind of getting that you guys basically all met up at some point in Baldur's Gate, from what I'm hearing. Sound-
Yeah, probably.
Sound about good to everybody?
It does feel like
Yeah.
Shun and DG would just meet up, like trying to solve this, right? Shun, DG, and Zach would probably like we're trying to find a solution for this. I don't know about Kitsu, but Blitz would probably like hear rumors about it and think, man, that's like above my pay grade.
I would probably. Okay, so being part of being of a family that's been known to be given orders, she would have. Well, she would definitely have to be. She would have to be called in from the lord that her family's serving, and would have to do the order that was given out to her. So she would be probably doing what her family's lord has told her to do against her will.
Not to say of how to play your character,
Hmm.
but you do have, but the one of the shticks for the Kala Star,
Yeah.
you do have like a weird dream thingy person thing that can also be an inciting event for you.
Yep.
And Kalashtar are not elves, by the way. For
I
those
know.
who don't know. No, I'm not saying for you, but
Yeah.
I thought they
Just-
were. I thought they were. That's about
no, they're humans. They're humans that have this weird psychic connection to a dream thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
If
So
it sounds
there's-
weird, they're from the Eberron book. So
Yeah.
I'm sure
only-
I've never heard of it.
The only elf that is here is my character.
Blitz could be half elf. You never know. He doesn't know his father.
So either way, so we'll
Mhm.
you guys have all have been working together. How many adventures? Keep in mind, not big ones, but how many adventures have you guys been on together?
Oh, so we know each other.
Yes.
I would say that like Blitz, I forgot the name of your character, sorry. Blitz, Shun, and DG might have gone like investigating something because they all have like wizard and researcher kind of.
As a group as a whole, all
As
five
a
of
whole.
you, how many adventures, minor ones, because you guys are so level 1 characters, have you been on together?
well, I don't know about you, Doc, but going out to fight to clear out the rats, down in the basement of that tavern certainly didn't benefit me, being as tall as I am.
At least it was more interesting than that time where they just fucking send us to the library to look for books. We spent the whole day looking for books, just sorting
Perhaps.
them. That was the
Perhaps,
best
but
part.
there
really.
wasn't a single book you couldn't reach.
a meter and a half tall. There were a lot of books I couldn't reach.
Meter and a half. Use Imperial, you bastard. Like, come on, man. I'm like 7 feet tall myself.
I don't know Imperial, sorry.
How many more odd jobs will we have to do before we can afford the trip? I definitely should have planned this further.
I just really think we should get like a better job. I miss eating good. We've been eating rice and beans for weeks now.
So with
Elf
what I
Song,
am,
that was the name of the tavern.
so with what I am about to read, we're going to be ending session 0 here because we got basically everything. This is again not starting it, so if you need to make it, but you have been invited to the home of Sindra Sylvain, a retired adventurer and merchant. A uniformed attendant leads you up a grand staircase to the 3rd floor, then ushers you into a wood-paneled room with a fireplace, comfortable chairs, and a heavy table bearing goblets of and bottles of wine. The darkly paneled walls are hung with maps and sea charts. Racks and shelves and cabinets hold hundreds more rolled up maps and charts. A person seated in a chair near the fire, or a person is seated in an overstuffed chair near the fire. You can't discern a gender because only the person's head emerges from under a heavy blanket draped over the chair, and an embroidered hood and silver mask covers the wearer's face.
I'm gonna
Even-
elbow Shun. Oh, sorry.
Even the person's dry, raspy voice provides no clue. Help yourselves to wine and seat yourselves, friends. I hope I may call you that. And with that, session 0 will officially come to an end, where we will be getting Tomb of Annihilation.
Cool.
Yay.
Yay.
What was the name of the person that invited us here?
I'll read that again at the beginning of next session, because that's
Alright,
actually
I just-
officially the kickoff point to the actual adventure.
I
But
wanted to make a note because I completely forgot the name.
Sindra Sylvain.
Oh, thanks.
Something.
Where can we make notes here in Roll20? Please.
Well, if you would like to, in the players that the drive that I shared with you guys, you are able to make your own Google documents or anything you need in there for notes that you like.
I have done so. Because I
I have
totally
got
did not.
far too many notebooks around me for me not to use.
So a couple things I
Please.
wasn't able to mention yet. So 2 things. My Roll20 is capped on storage because I used to be a pro member and I made a switch to another virtual tabletop. So I'm actually unable to upload my own picture and token.
It just
Um,
send it to me and I
I'll-
will go ahead and make a token for you.
Thank you. And kind of 1.5 on that. Instead of using any, I used the official like 5e rendition for the Lizard Folk just to keep things kosher. So again, it's literally what's in Bolo's Guide to Monsters. So it's the official, just the picture of it.
That's fine.
Second thing, with the background I chose for Oscillor, it's Hermit. And one of those, the background feature is basically work with your DM to come up with something that you've discovered.
It's very on character for like Lizardman.
I will come up with something with
You
you here
like
over the
living
course of the
subs.
next couple of weeks before we actually get to the session.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few things
have-
that aren't going to be detrimental to the game that I can just go over and let you discover that I could put in there for you.
I have a question about your Lizardman.
Mhm.
You into eating people?
Do what?
You are into eating people? Consuming flesh.
Don't know about that one. I'm not sure if anyone's. I think probably not. I don't think deep in the lands of. Just from what I know of the setting of Chult, probably I'm gonna steer away from that. There's
Fair enough.
definitely a lot of flora and fauna to consume in the forest that you wouldn't need to take another sentient life.
I
Um,
wanna be cooking. But like, if there's a human body there that died, do we eat it or do we throw it away?
Oh.
Most likely going to be throwing it away.
I'll pass on
No,
that.
we have we have a lizard now. We can ask. It's only polite.
Vonka, I just want to let you know, I didn't have a third backup character, but you just reminded me of one I had in my back pocket.
Is it a cannibal?
We're talking like
How-
an insane green dragonborn warlock.
He does like to eat people, I'm guessing, because if that reminded you of him, I don't know what to say.
All right, and with that, everybody in Twitch land, I am going to let the stream go here. This will be uploaded to my YouTube channel, so check that out. Make sure you check out Chun's channel. Make sure you check out Digi's channel and Kitsu's channel. Michael, I don't think you have a channel, and neither do you, Zach. So,
No.
Michael, do you have a channel?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, be on the lookout, but check everybody else out and tune in 2 weeks from today for the actual session 1 and actually playing Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey, and actually, head out, and you have.
Nope, I just
was
hit I just hit my end screen.
Oh, okay. Sure. I was actually thinking, hey, why don't I do a little bit of painting of these Amazons because I've got them sitting around. So I'm going to start off my stream in a little bit. We're going to do a bit of painting.
Nice self-promotion there, Sean.
Well, you get
Hey,
your
how many
Random
times
will
did
be-
people self-promote on my channel when I was streaming a curse?
I
The
tell people
least I
to-
can do is
I did.
I always tell people on your show to remember to like, favorite, and subscribe your videos. I shameless self-promote you, but Crandall would be proud.
well,
I don't doubt. I'm not saying it. Hey, I'm not saying it. Hey, all you jackanapes over in Dehedro's stupid ass chat, don't like this. Like mine.
I need to fix up my stream streaming software then so I can actually send you guys over there. So hold on.
All right, I'm not starting for about another 15 minutes, but yeah, sure.
Oh, well, good.
It
Before
is very funny that three of us, technically four,
Because Kitsu
did,
also kinda-
yeah, because Kitsu's a Prismari student.
Yep.
Yeah,
Where's
there's
Mari
student in the name.
student?
We are all this is just like a college field trip, isn't it?
I feel like that
It's not
that has to be
it's
how
not a field trip. It's a college internship over the summer.
that has to be how we met, like the four colleges or whatever that we came from. Like they each sent a student, but they sent like the worst students. Like this is the mage that can do any spells. This is the guy that fucking ruins all the books. This is the guy that does potions, but sometimes they're poison.
Well, the guy that does potions is the
right
what's the word?
away.
He can't work in the hospital.
He's not working in the hospital. He's the chaperone. He's the low man
And-
on the totem pole.
Also, a thing about like, oh, he has 2 doctorates and such. I do have a friend that did engineering and basically said, don't go into a doctorate for engineering because all you'll do is just work in a lab and just not actually do anything practical with it. You'll just be in a lab for any engineering thing. That's basically what I'm basing it on. Is he went so high in what it is that it's
He was
not
all theoretical.
practical.
He wrote
Yeah.
like several theses and shit, but never like actually made a potion.
No, he made potions, but it's like one of those he can't in doing jobs and stuff only is theoretical. He doesn't get to go do the things he wants to do. So that's why that's like he went so high that doing this is the only opportunity he has to actually go and and actually do it.
Sean, I
I
have
would like to
shouted out
point out
your
that the-
channel in my stream here, and with that, I will be ending my stream now.
All
Look
right.
forward to that already.
Bye
Oh, y'all have a good
bye.
day.
Bye bye.